Hello, lovely listeners, and good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everyone. We have our favorite audience in the background today cheering us on.
They are excited today. It was a little rainy, it was hot. Now it's going to get hot again. They're just like, summer, summer, summer.
Yeah, I just love them. Um,
Yeah.
so as Jill and I were talking this morning on what's the topic going to be? Um, Mind you, she actually still had the bugs following her this weekend.
Yeah. Oh
If
my
you
God.
didn't listen, yep, if you didn't listen to the Friday podcast, you got to go back and listen to that
Yeah,
to
about the
understand.
bugs. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
did actually all weekend have the bug thing following me until at one point it was like too many actual bugs. And at one point I had one on me and I just was like, you know what? That's enough. And I just like pushed the boundary out around me. I'm like, bugs need to stay off of my physical body for a while. Like I was creepy crawly.
Yeah. Uh,
And following up on bugs.
yes. Um, Jill's been getting the messages, you guys. She's been getting all these fun ones. Um, it's like my guides are sitting in the back, like, yeah, we'll let her get all the fun stuff.
I'm pretty sure they're helping.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
Deja vu's.
Deja vu.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I don't know if we've ever talked about that on here. That's
I
many.
don't know. I don't think so. If it came up, it was a while ago. But Kim, it was you were saying something, and I had like what I called a dimensional shifting deja vu. Like I could feel myself, my physical body, like moving into different something where you don't quite know what's going on. Like I knew the deja vu was happening, and then I had to like close my eyes because like I just need to enjoy this ride. I can't actually try and figure this out.
Uh, yeah. So I have heard many different stories and ideas, concepts of what deja vu's are. Um, and I can tell you the best one that I feel when I get them is there's a few that really pop up in my head. So there's not one particular say this is the reason why deja vus are happening. But one of them is the energy just instantly aligned with it. There's like some sort of truth. There's like a vibration that is like you are exactly right on that same wavelength, same frequency, vibration. Um, so what is being said is like in a complete alignment. Um, Sometimes it is where that there was an energetic shift. So now you're in the alignment of where you should be. Maybe you weren't before, and now all of a sudden you are. But it's so much present in the moment. Um, the other one I've heard is that it's your past life coming through, and it's a very similar aspect, a similar, say, emotion or concept that is happening currently. So it's like you've been through this, you've already done this in a past life. Now it's just transpiring out in the same way. Um, the other one I've heard is that um, you dream this stuff or you are ahead of yourself. So maybe in your dreams you were already there. So it's kind of like a past life, but yet not the past life. It's more in your current reality, your current life. You have gone into this moment already. So either
Yeah.
in your dream state or imagination state, you've been there, and now all of a sudden you're finally just kind of catching up to it.
That's to me was the one this was more the word that was coming to me like where the dream was more prophetic. Now I didn't have a conscious memory of the dream until the deja vu moment happened. And
Yep.
then that's where it was like, oh my gosh, Kim and I are doing this. And I had an exact memory, and it all happened so fast, right? That I do know that in my memory, I went back and it was a dream at one point, and they were like meeting and, like you said,
Yep.
aligning. And it was just like, it's, it's funny to have to close your eyes or kind of catch yourself because it's like, it was actually They're really fun. Is what I'm trying to say. They're
Yep.
really fun. And so like close your eyes and I was enjoying it, but it also like kind of calms it where I was like, ooh, I would love to be able to like grow deja vu skills where when those things happen, you just ride that like a crescendo rather than kind of,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, I like that. So,
To,
yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, you're finally in alignment with it. It's kind of finally came into fruition.
yes. And this particular topic wasn't so directly about me. The deja vu wasn't. But the underlying message is, like you said, the alignment, coming into alignment with stuff. So
Yep.
I think it was also a way, for me personally, a way to kind of sneak in a message because I can
Yeah.
be kind of too bossy about what gets snuck in and doesn't sometimes. And then they're like, all right, we're going to show you this way that things are aligning for you. And it comes through someone else's information. And I don't think I'm very unique in that. I think a lot of us are a lot more open to, having information flow through for other people where we get a little more squirrely when it comes to our own information coming through, simply because it
Yep.
comes to a receiving. It's like, oh, I'm receiving, oh, I'll receive information for people I know. That's easy. But when it comes to ourselves, we're kind of like, ah,
Yep.
ah.
Mhm.
I personally love deja vus. I love the phrase. I love the experience.
Yep.
It's fascinating to me how illogical they are.
Yeah.
And to me, that's, I think, what made the experience pretty, for me, really intense is that the information that was coming was so, it was not logical at all. Okay. And to me, that's really fun. I think our world could use a little less heady intellectual logic and a
Yeah.
little more this like creative ride of life. Or like,
I like that. Yes.
mm-hmm,
Yep.
sweet
It's
stuff.
yeah,
Sweet stuff.
yeah. Deja vus are not they're not meant to be feared. I've heard that in the past too. Also, now it's popping up in my head where people would think, oh, something bad's going to happen to them, or like I've been there, I've done this. Like, why am I repeating the same stuff over and over? It's like, no, no,
Oh,
it's a good thing.
it's
Deja
a,
vus are great.
yeah. Yeah. So I think that's really the message is, you know, invite those deja vus or be open to them and play with them. They're
Yep.
they're they're a fun thing. They really are fun guidance. They're one of the more creative forms of guidance in my world, um, because it's hard to ignore one when it happens. Because it
Yeah.
really does it kind of like it rocks the world. Like my reality was like rocking and shifting, and that's why I think people get scared because it feels like things are shifting underneath your feet, or you're kind of losing your balance or something. But it's like going on a ride. It's like, yeah, what do we do for people who don't like rides? That's what just came into my mind. What about the people who don't
Yeah.
like rides? You know?
Mm. Yeah. To me, I'm like, tell them to go on the ride.
You know what? Yeah, it's like the best ride, even for people who
Yep.
don't like rides, because you're not on one. It just feels
Yes.
somewhat like it. Like on a scale of 1 to 100, even like to an actual ride, it's maybe like a 3 at the most. So it's the ride that's totally worth going on. That's what I would say.
Yes.
Ah, deja
Ooh,
vu play.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Me too. Thank you, Kim.
Well, thank you, Jill. Thank you, everyone. And I want to thank our birds for active participation.
They got real quiet there for a while, and now they're like, "Oh, it must be getting time," because they're amping up. So they're like, "We can go back to our singing."
Normal scheduled program.
Yes, exactly. Awesome. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening, and until next time.